A Shakespearean Tale, a Midsummer Night's Drama by Louie Stowell and Isobel Lundie. A clever bear has written a new play. What will the people think on its first day? Oh, will the crowds applaud and cheer? And will the Apian Queen appear? Act 1. In a treehouse, in a clearing in the woods, there lived a bear named Bill. Bill lived with his friends, Sir Bun Bun, Foxy, and Lady Bushytail. The four friends loved to put on plays at their theatre called the Glade. Animals came from all over the kingdom to watch, even Queen Bee. Today, Bill was very excited. He and his friends were performing a brand new play. It had
a fairy queen,
a fairy king,
a cheeky little sprite called Puck,
a character called Bottom,
stage manager,
Understudy 1,
set design,
lighting,
Understudy 2,
props.
The play began. It went so well. The audience laughed and cheered and clapped. Bill was thrilled. Even the Queen stomped her little bee feet and buzzed her royal wings with excitement. Our rough-necked hero Bill is counting sheep. But tragedy, excitement's murdered sleep. He tosses, turns and fidgets in his bed. Will dear Bill sleep? Or will the Queen see red? Act 2. When the cheers died down and the audience all went home, it was time for bed. Everyone climbed into their bunks as the moon rose high in the forest sky. But Bill could not sleep.
I'm so tired,
he said.
but my brain won't be quiet. I can still hear the cheers.
Bill tossed and turned, and sighed, and groaned, and kept all the other animals awake.
Oh.
I have an idea.
Said Foxy.
When I can't sleep, I think of all the amazing and wonderful things I've done that day. You could try that.
So Bill thought of all the amazing and wonderful things he'd done that day. He had honey for breakfast and lunch and dinner. He'd worn his favourite hat with a feather in it. And the play had gone really, really well.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
He said.
that reminds me. I have another play to finish.
Bill leapt out of bed and rushed to his desk and started writing. Scritch, scratch, scritch. The other animals groaned.
Go to bed, Bill.
They cried. But he kept writing. Scritch, scratch, scritch. When he got to an exciting bit, he let out a shout.
That is so clever.
He yelled.
I cannot believe my brain came up with that.
Just then, an angry buzzing came up from the clearing below.
Who is making all that noise?
Cried Queen Bee.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Said Bill.
I couldn't sleep.
Well, I am your queen and I command you to sleep.
Said Queen Bee. Then she buzzed off. Our troop of active friends all offer tips, yet Bill at every turn escapes sleep's grips. Perhaps wise old Sir Bun Bun's final scheme will help our William sleep, perchance to dream. Act 3. But the Queen's command did not make Bill any sleepier. In fact, he felt more awake now.
What shall I do?
He wailed.
When I can't sleep, I dance and dance until I'm tired.
Said Lady Bushytail.
You could try that.
So Bill danced and danced until he was sweaty and hot and cross, and his legs were sore and his arms were too. But he still wasn't sleepy. When Bill got back to the treehouse, Sir Bun Bun had an idea.
Why don't we forget about sleep and play a game of pretend instead.
he said.
We are actors after all.
Sir Bun Bun explained the rules. Each player lies down, closes their eyes and pretends to be asleep. The person who can pretend for the longest wins,
I'm going to win!
cried Bill.
I'm excellent at pretending.
Bill got into bed and closed his eyes and pretended as hard as he could for as long as he could. Little by little, moment by moment, he drifted like a feather on the warm night wind into the deepest, sweetest, dream-filled sleep. All was quiet in the clearing at last. Thank you, William Shakespeare. Does Bill Bear remind you of anyone? There was another great playwright born in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, over 460 years ago, called William Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare was probably the most famous playwright who ever lived. He wrote at least 37 plays and 154 sonnets.
A sonnet is a type of poem.
His plays are divided into three main categories: comedies, tragedies, and histories.
Although none of his plays were actually published in his lifetime, Shakespeare became successful and, with his company The King's Men, he built a theatre in London, England called the Globe, where he often acted in his own plays.
The play that Bill and his friends put on in the book is called A Midsummer Night's Dream, and it is one of Shakespeare's best-known comedies. Many of Shakespeare's plots involve misunderstandings between characters. Famously, A Midsummer Night's Dream contains the line,
"The course of true love never did run smooth,"
which is definitely true in Shakespeare's play of Tangled Romances.
Lots of words and phrases we use today were coined by Shakespeare. If someone tells you that you've had too much of a good thing, or that you are on a wild goose chase, they're quoting Shakespeare. He also had a great line in insults. Would you want to be called a knotty-patted fool?
How many of these Shakespearean words or phrases have you heard?